Yo! Oh man, this is weird picking this thing up.
Yo, are we double timing this thing now? Is it weird that we're both roommates now doing YouTube, sharing the same bedroom? This is pretty dope.
This is pretty dope.
This is pretty sick.
Guys, it's been a long time since I picked up this camera. Whoa, that's really overexposed. First off, sorry for the inactivity. Second off, this is the very first installment of a new series that I want to show you guys. It's going to be called the Fasted Chronicles. It's going to essentially be a full day of eating, tied in with intermittent fasting, exactly how I'm doing that to lose weight, burn fat, and be able to still enjoy a really nice balanced diet while being in a deficit. I think a lot of you guys are gonna gain a ton of value from this, especially if you're coming from that whole mindset of 6 meals a day and eating a little bit of chicken and a little bit of rice here and there. So this should be a really exciting series. It's just inspired me to want to pick up the camera again and record. A lot has happened since I've been gone. Zach and I did a competition. We've been freaking making moves. Our coaching businesses are growing. We now share a room together, as you can see. Like, life has really been unfolding in a cool way. And unfortunately, I haven't really just felt compelled to document it. But I really want to bring you guys some value. I want to be able to make consistent content, and so kind of creating this whole entire mini series called the Fasted Chronicles is going to allow me to do that. Currently 8:56 in the morning. I got a ton of freaking notifications on here about things I need to do today. I haven't eaten yet, and I probably won't eat until about 12 or 1 o'clock. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, I figured I would show you the new room setup. So this is my bed over here. Got my little world map for inspiration. Got my boy the Buddha over there reminding me of what's truly important. A couple medals from my recent competition. Some cool artwork that I got at a garage sale. And then there's Zach's corner. Zach needs to fix his shiznit. But we're getting this room nice and vibey. Honestly, sharing a room with my best friend has been the greatest thing ever. If you guys didn't know, when I first moved into this house in San Diego, I lived downstairs and Zach was upstairs, but we're signing the lease round 2. We're gonna stay in this house for another year, maybe longer, and we're sharing a room currently, which is so awesome. And it makes me happy being with Zach in here because we are both on the same frequency. This is my little workstation. But unfortunately, my roommate hasn't paid the internet in 2 months. So we're gonna go to Starbucks and we're gonna take this work session over there.
Hey bro?
Yeah. Fans, man.
Outside in the all black drop. 10 rolled up when I'm out. Say they all wanna live, but I just wanna die.
Okay, so I stepped out of Starbucks for a quick second. I think it's time for my very first meal. It's currently 11:54. And honestly, I'm not very hungry, but I've been up since about 5 this morning, and I can tell that like my performance on my work is kind of going down. Like, I just don't feel quite as efficient. But I'm not hungry at the same time. So I could easily push this meal back another hour or 2. But because there's so much that I have to get done today, and there's so much that I wanted to do today, I just want to be performing at the highest level. So I'm gonna eat this meal. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what this first meal is. And before I do that though, I wanna explain to you guys how I typically set up my very first meal. Unless I'm going to train right after eating this meal, which in this case I'm not going to, I'm typically gonna go low carb, high fat, high protein, high fiber. I really don't like having carbs when I'm doing a lot of work or anything mental because it just makes me feel a little bit fuzzy in the mind, especially because currently I'm on a deficit. So it's really important to make sure that I'm lining up my carbs and using my carbs appropriately, because I have such a finite amount of them. Currently my macros are 300 grams of carbs, 50 fat, and 200 protein, which I know for some of you guys for cutting might be high macros. For me, that's a good cutting macro setup, especially with the cardio coupled on top of it. So my first meal is gonna be pretty low on the carbs. I also just find that I don't really need a lot of carbs in the morning. So let me show you what I'm working with. So while this may look like a crazy concoction, it actually tastes really, whoa, focus. It actually tastes really, really good. So what I have is 1 onion, I have about 3 servings of green beans in there, 1 cup of rice, and 2 chicken sausages, which are pretty high in fat, so the macros are right there. Really easy first meal. It took me about 5 minutes to cook, a lot of volume, pretty low on the carbs. It's about 40 or 50 grams of carbs, so not too shabby. I'm gonna go stink up Starbucks, bring this in there with me, and chow down.
Outside in the all-black drop.
So just wrapped up all my work in Starbucks, at least for now. One of the things that I can't talk about really that I'm working on is a tangible, real product that's going out to all of my online clients, but it's also something that I think I'm gonna eventually offer to the public. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm working with manufacturers in China. So I just sent out a bunch of different messages to all the guys over there in China that I'm working with. Unfortunately, there's such a huge time delay that you send the messages and then you kind of have to play the waiting game. So I'm gonna go run some errands, do some adult things.
All right, guys, I just woke up from an insane hour-long nap. Let's go get meal number 2.
All right, post nap time meal. I didn't think I was gonna show you guys me eating these because it's kind of boring, but I had one of these bad boys. Highly recommend them. Skinny Pop caramel rice cakes, 100 calories. Actually, don't get it twisted, they're popcorn cakes. The real shebang is this right here. That's 2 cups of rice. Actually, I'll just put the macros right here, but it's 2 cups of rice, 2 servings of 99.1 ground turkey, 1 serving of broccoli, and a little bit of tomatoes. What do you think about that, Zach?
I think it looks bomb, dude. Got volume though.
It's gonna be really, really good. So gonna eat this, then we're gonna go train. Second meal of the day, 3:20 o'clock. 3:20 o'clock, I don't think that's how you say that, but anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this. All right, guys, so I knew this was gonna be a topic that I had to discuss. And it's something that I've been avoiding doing because I didn't know how to talk about it. But I wanna explain to you guys why I've been absent and making videos for the last 3, maybe even like 4 months. And it really comes down to 3 reasons. And I just feel like I need to share it with you guys because I want you guys to know where I've been at, right? So I'm not gonna make this too long. We're gonna get back to the good stuff. You're gonna see me eating delicious food, but I need to explain to you guys where I've been. So let's just crack into the 3 points. The first thing is, a lot of you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I was prepping for my very first show and it went really well. It was an awesome experience, but it took up more time than I realized. And honestly, it just drained me. It drained me to the point where with school, with running my coaching business, with having my other business, which I'll explain to you guys in a little bit, it just felt like a lot to manage. And so I found myself not having the energy or the time to make videos. So that was point number 1, was that I was prepping for a show since January, and that's pretty much where my videos just started to decline from there. The second point is that, as some of you guys know, again, if you follow me on Instagram, I started a coaching business, both in person and online, providing assistance to guys and girls and helping them get in shape. And I started that in March of 2018. And honestly, it's taken more momentum and taken more of my time than I ever realized, which I'm so grateful for. But that, coupled with prepping at the same time and having to nurture these new clients that were coming on and give them my fullest attention, again, I didn't really feel like I had time to make videos or really just document what was going on in my life. And I feel bad. I feel like I've just left you guys out in the cold, and I want to make a serious comeback, and I'm gonna make a serious comeback on here. But you know, opening up my coaching business, it's been so fulfilling. It feels so good to be sharing and doing what I love, but it took up more time. Sorry, my phone just rang. It took up more time than I ever could have imagined. But I guess it's a good problem to have, right? Like, I'm infinitely grateful that I have the opportunity for this. And the third point is, a lot of you guys don't know this, and I need to talk about this with you guys. So when I was 19 years old, I just started college. I was looking for ways to make money on the side. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always had that that entrepreneurial drive. You know, I remember being 7 years old and opening up lemonade stands or having garage sales on the weekend, or even I used to buy candy in bulk in 2nd grade and I would flip it on campus at school. I actually got almost expelled because the principal found out and it got out of hand. Anyways, I've always had that fire in me. And so when I was 19 years old, I just started college, I actually started selling at first textbooks online. Started up like a little e-commerce reselling business, and it got momentum. It got to the point where like the first year and a half I'd done over 6 figures in sales gross, and I became enthralled by it. I was loving it. And the thing is, I still run this business to this day. This business is still a part of my income stream. It's still something I'm passionate about, something that I run on the side, and it's taken more and more and more of my time because it's also been growing and growing and growing. So if you guys see, this was once our gym. It's now essentially a miniature prep center, and it's been converted. And so that's been taking up a massive amount of my time. And I can't complain. I mean, I'm so grateful for these opportunities, but that's really gotten in the way of me producing content and just being active on here. So one of my goals for the second half of 2018 is to make consistent content. And one of the ways that I'm gonna do this is I've actually hired my friend as an editor to help me edit these videos. So that way I don't have to spend so much time filming, editing, you know, writing the descriptions, doing the tags, making the little thumbnail for the video. It ends up taking, I mean, a good video can take hours to produce, and I simply just don't have enough time in a day to be able to do that. So what I've been doing is delegating some of these tasks so I can make more and more consistent content. The other thing that I need to tell you guys is that over the next 90 days, my life is about to change in an insane way. It's gonna all start by going on a road trip across the US. I'm gonna be visiting a lot of my clients, filming some testimonials with them, documenting some of their transformations, and I'm just gonna also kind of treat it like a vacation. I'm going up with Zach. It's gonna be amazing. So that's happening in June. Then right after that, when I get back, I'm flying out to Virginia for an internship. I'll be in Virginia for about 2 months at a startup out there. And then after that, I'm going to Australia and road tripping through Australia. And I want to document all this and share this with you guys and still provide value and teach you guys how to live your best life, how to get in shape, how to diet properly. You know, I still want to be active on here essentially. So I want you guys to hold me accountable and keep me going by, you know, just sharing these videos, giving them some love, giving them a comment down below, a thumbs up, whatever it is. Any sign of encouragement is that fire that I need to keep me going. Oh baby, we are back for a commentary. It's been a minute. I don't think I've ever done a commentary since I've been at this new gym, EOS in Point Loma, California. Freaking dopest gym ever. So right here, we're hitting a shoulder workout outside. I'm actually integrating a new movement that I've just started incorporating into my programming. So essentially, you'll see I'm doing a full thoracic extension, pushing the bar all the way over my head, really activating every part of the deltoid. Some people like doing this military press standing up. Personally, I feel a better contraction in my shoulders doing it seated, and especially if you have any kind of lower back pain, or it just ever feels off, which for me, sometimes doing a standing military press can do just that. This has been a really, really nice variation. And when you get that full thoracic extension and get that bar behind your head, you just get this beautiful contraction within your rear delts, which is amazing. So highly recommend you guys try this movement. I did 5 sets of this, and then I moved on to a standing dumbbell shoulder press. Again, because my lower back is a little fidgety right now, I'm going a bit lighter on this. I think I was in the 50-pound range, something like that. This is a great movement. I like doing it with dumbbells just to make sure that I'm really getting a contraction in both shoulders equally. Sometimes I'll do it with just a single dumbbell, and that's going to be a great core exercise. Oh, actually, in between filming this, I just realized my internet has been turned back on, which is glorious. But besides the point, we've been without internet for like 2 weeks. It just got turned back on. Yeah, phenomenal movement. So I did 4 sets of this. Then I had to pop the shirt off because when you work out at an outside gym, that is one of the beauties of working out outside. I don't know if you guys can tell in this video, but I'm wearing white shorts, and these are the shorts that I wore for my competition. I think they were like $70. They're nice Lululemon shorts, and you can't really tell in this video, but I absolutely destroyed them with Tanner. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these things. It look like they have like mustard all over them. They're pretty hideous, but I'm still rocking them nonetheless because I spent so much money on them. I'm like, there's no way I'm not gonna get the use out of these. After that, went and hit 5 sets of lateral raises, going relatively lighter. I think these are 20 or 25s that I was using in like that 15 rep range. I finished off with some rear delts, a little bit of arms. I didn't film that because I don't know, I just didn't have time to film it. Had to give myself a nice little fist bump, and
I'm a puppet on a string, Tracy Island, time traveling diamond, could have shaped heartaches. I come to find you for in some velvet morning, years too late. She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my
Done! That was so scary.
I don't know if you guys know this, but back in the day, Zach and I used to make skate videos, and this is just reminiscent of that. But on a totally different note, check out this vibe. This is a major scene. We have one more week in San Diego, and I'm really just taking it all in. Dude, are you gonna miss this place?
We're coming back, man. I'm coming back. Never leaving.
This is a good spot. Wish you guys could be here to see this. Sit over here, sailboat out there, and then you got the whole skyline over there with the high rises. It's like this beautiful combination in San Diego of calm meets city. Like you have like, this reminds me of my hometown, or our hometown back in Monterey. It's like a calm little bay, and then you have this whole industrial city back here. Such a cool mesh of these two worlds. I really think San Diego is the ultimate city because it's like, so you still have enough nature to feel like you're in nature and in tune with that side of the world, but you also have the whole city life and diversity and all those amazing things that come with living in a city. Love it, man. Dude, what are you gonna have for dinner?
Dude, chicken, and that's it.
I'm having pancakes. Intermittent fasting gained pancakes for dinner. Down. Alright, we got Zach over here making his last meal. It is 10:59 right now. Super late, but here's the beauty of intermittent fasting. You get to have pancakes for dinner. So we got egg white pancakes, and I got something really special to add to this. Okay guys, so we got pancakes right there, but just wait. Like this would be good on its own, but I got something really special to add to it.
Dude, what is that? What?
Gather my mama.
What is that?
Blueberries and Splenda. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that. It's a blueberry compote, I think is how you say it. Compote. Essentially it's like blueberry jam with Splenda instead of any kind of sweetener. I'm about to smash this.